Rasmussen reports previously established, in November, that 61% of U.S. voters think it's at least somewhat likely that Joe Biden was consulted about and perhaps profited from his son Hunter's overseas business deals, including at least one involving a company in mainland China. 44% of voters said it was very likely, including 72% of Republicans and 42% of independents. 86% of Republicans, 59% of independents, and even 38% of Democrats said that it was at least somewhat likely. Now, these numbers, which by the way are higher every time we ask them, were mostly based on the somewhat spiked then unspiked story about Hunter Biden's laptop from hell. Thanks, Miranda Devine. But now we have bank statements. Congressional investigators say they have identified more than $1 million of payments from a Chinese energy firm made to members of the Biden family between 2015 and 2017. How serious of a scandal is the Biden family's Chinese connection? 65% of voters said the scandal was serious, including 47% who said very serious. 29% say it isn't serious, and 17% of them say not at all serious. Does that represent movement? Well, we haven't exactly asked this question before, but we asked this one in November as well. How important is the story about Hunter Biden's laptop? At the time, 63% said important, and 41% said very important. So the numbers are kind of ticking up. But back to today and the party numbers. 80% of Republicans think that the Biden family's Chinese connections are a serious scandal, as do 67% of independents. 68% of Republicans and 52% of independents say it's a very serious scandal. But 48% of Democrats also say it's at least somewhat serious, and only 27% of Democrats say it's not at all serious. Let's check in on the Biden approval numbers to get a feel for how his strong approvers are holding up under the mounting evidence. 34% of them say it's at least somewhat serious, and 17% of those say very serious. 60% say it isn't a serious scandal, but only 43% say it's not at all serious. Now, the Biden strong disapprovers' answers are obvious here. His China connections are clearly one of the things they are most upset about. But look at the somewhat disapproves. Those voters have been creeping closer to the left in recent polling, but this question here gave them a wake-up call. The somewhat approves are just out to lunch on this. But how likely is it that President Biden has told the complete truth about his family's foreign business deals? Only 24% say it's very likely, but 42% say it's at least somewhat likely. A majority, however, 54%, say it isn't likely, including 38% who say it's not at all likely. And here, again, are the party numbers. Republicans and independents just don't believe him here at all. This is a very strong signal, especially in the independents. They're only 3 points more likely than Republicans to say it's likely he's told the complete truth, and they're just 8 points apart on saying it isn't likely Biden told the truth. But look at Democrats. They pretty much trust Biden here. 68% say he's told the truth, though 27% say no. Let's check in again on the Biden strong approves. 83% say he has most likely told the truth, but 14% say no. Those people, in this very same poll, they said that it isn't likely Biden told the truth, also told us they strongly approve of Biden. It's good that those numbers are low. But this also gives you an idea about where his support is coming from. 60% of those who strongly approve of Biden say it's very likely he told the complete truth about his family's overseas business deals. They trust him, and 83% mostly trust him. And by the way, 94% of Biden's strong disapprovers don't trust him. Usually the somewhats are pretty close together, but you can see here that this question on whether Biden is lying has driven a pretty clear wedge between them. What did you think of this question set? Opine in the comments, please. And by the way, even though we're talking about potential Biden crimes here, it's former President Donald Trump that's currently in the news as a potential target of a criminal indictment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter so that you'll see when we drop our upcoming numbers on the Trump indictment, which are coming Monday. Don't miss it, and thanks for watching.